Hi guys, welcome to Valkyrie Biker once more. Okay, we've just arrived at the car park, which is my practice car park, and I couldn't do the video on the way to it the other day because my camera ran out of battery. So now we're fully charged. Hopefully we can do some figure eights properly this time and show you that I've done it. So okay, just gonna start up. So she's nice and warm. This morning it was actually quite sluggish, only because she's only been out for, well, I was out yesterday, but it takes you about 5-10 minutes to warm up the bike before you get on to actually to ride it. So yeah, well, maybe not 10 minutes, but give good 5 minutes of just letting the bike warm up, and then it becomes unsluggish. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but I've got 2 points here. I've got the little plastic thing, a bit of rubbish on the floor, and I've got a stone up there. And my idea is, I think that's about 6 meters. I just counted at 6 pacing, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm just gonna. Now, yesterday I was able to do this without actually. Oh, it's more than 6. I was able to do this without using my brake. There's a car. Shouldn't have the car there, sorry. Oh, I did it. Now, whether it's too long turning around, I don't know, but I have done it, and there's no brake, no back brake, just literally riding the clutch. Wow. And I don't know if you can see my speed, but the little bit more speed I've had is actually helping me do these figure eights. Not turn my head, keep turning. That's the other problem I did yesterday. It was that actually I didn't turn my head in the direction that I wanted to go. Oh, bit wide, keep balance. Now, from what I understand from my good friend James, and from Steve from Ride On, that when you transition to a larger bike, then you'll have problems if you don't do it correctly now on a 125. So get your good skills up, and then the transition to the bigger bike should be easier. I'll put too much revs on there. That's one thing I've got to make sure is not to put too many revs. I'm just riding the clutch, not using the back brake, not using the front brake. Turning, entering. Oh, this is so much nicer. I'm just trying to get my balance. Just aware of the car, aware of the children. Right, I'm just going to go around here to stop for a minute. Okay. Turn. A little bit of speed on that one. Turn. Oh, so much nicer. Keep on hitting that stone. Too much. That was too much rev then. Yeah, guys, let me know how you get on with this. If you have too much rev as well. That one where you go far out, because I can keep on seeing that stone. I keep on going over that stone. I thought I cleared it all, but obviously I missed that stone. But yeah, look at this. It's so nice to think after all this time of practicing, and then you know, you have a few months away and you lose your confidence. So it's my sat nav talking to me. Oh, foot down. I'm going to stop it for a second. There. Brilliant. Really happy with that. Really happy. there you go. So apart from my sat nav talking to me, sorry about that, I'm a happy rider. Beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous. It's funny how the weather makes you feel so much nicer, just makes you smile. Well, for me it does anyway. Yeah, I'm still recovering from long COVID at the moment, so can't go back to work just yet, sadly. So this is my little outlet, get some fresh air without actually having to exercise my lungs too much, which is the problem. Of course, walking will exercise them. Okay, so we are in Bournemouth. So just going past the Hemsbury Head, which is over that side. We've got the beach coming up on our left. There's another car park which I really want to check out one day. So we're South England. And I've moved the mirrors slightly, as you can tell, just slightly out and up a bit more. And I found that actually that's worked really well for me. A lot of Keyway owners out there having problems with these mirrors, the stock mirrors. Yeah, they're not the best, and I've seen some really fancy good ones with those spiky bits on there and eagle eyes and all that sort of thing. I think the preference is do what you want, if it's good for you, use it, as long as obviously it's legal, etc. I think it depends on the shape and size of the person as well. I've heard a lot of people who are quite large, they have problems with certain mirrors because they can't get their shoulder out the way, I'm not exactly a small lady myself, and when you got your leathers on, it doesn't make you smaller. So just adjust the mirrors as you need to. I'm not doing these mirrors for fashion or anything like that, it's just literally for practicality. Wow, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful water. I really wish I could go surfing. I want to stop and have a look. So this is all, this coastline is pretty old. And further up it goes into the Jurassic coastlines where all the fossils are. And we got a lot of people from London and Brighton, Birmingham, all the big cities, they come down to Bournemouth just for holidays and things like that, and why not, I mean, of course it's got its bad points as well, but I think every town, every city has that. So I'm just taking you on the overcliff here. The interesting thing about this place is that it has really a couple of species of lizard which you can't find anywhere else. We've got I think green lizards and wall lizards. I can't think of the other lizard. I'll have to put a link in the description or in a comment what the other lizard is, but there's like 3 types of lizards here, and they kind of live on the walls of the zigzag, as we call them, which is like a zigzag of staircase that goes down to the bottom of this beach. So I've never actually ridden on a bike down here before, so this is actually very exciting for me. And I think the good thing about knowing the road, one, you don't actually need a sat-nav, so you're not listening and concentrating to a computer in your ear. And two, because you know the road, you're more likely to know where the dangers are, where the bumps are, pedestrians point out like this one. And it's good to know your route. But if you're like me and have a bit of a memory issue, whereas you forget things quite quickly, then it's like a new journey. So this is not like a new journey in that sense. It's just nice to be on the bike. Beautiful sunny day. It's about 14 degrees out here, which is great for riding in. Under my full leathers, I have just a pair of jeans on there. I've got a t-shirt, jumper and a hoodie, and I can always take it off if I get too hot, but I don't want to get too cold with the wind chill factor. So Fisherman's Walk, Bournemouth Cafe, Cafe Riviera. Apparently that's supposed to be quite nice. I've never been there before. That's okay. Look, check, turn around, that's it. Yeah, just remember, everybody here was a learner at some point. So whether you're a car driver and you've got your license like me, you see a learner driver, give them the benefit of the doubt and give them space. And please be patient with them. And there's a lot of people out there who get very impatient, but then, you know, those guys are also learners, and I'm hoping they still feel the same about us learners on the 125s, you know. Just negotiate around the rubbish. So you can see this road is actually quite good for learner drivers. I'm going in between these sleeping policemen, but I'm doing under the speed limit to make sure I keep up but not overtake the L plate in front. And then what I think I'm going to do is find a place to pull over or turn around, and then head to another location. But I'm really enjoying this ride right now. So down there is a zigzag, or I think, or was the other way further? I can't remember. See, my memory's shocking. I'm just going to follow this road, making sure I keep back from the L plate. I don't want to spook him or her. And me being this distance from the car in front also buffers them from another car from behind, hopefully. Not that I want to be the buffer, but just a visual buffer, as it were. Yes, I think I'm going to go right as well. I haven't done this right yet. Some really old, lovely buildings down here. I'm sure there's a lot more history down here than I've actually remembered. Actually, I could have gone the right way. Just going to take a U-E. Oh, I just realised I'd done a U-turn. As in, I think that's part of the DAS, but probably did it wrong. Never mind, doesn't matter. The point is, it's there's nothing around, I'm safe. Okay, so we're going to be heading back up to up this road with the beach Now this area has got Byron Road here, you've got Shelley. This is all to do with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And Shelley, of course, there's a horror character called Frankenstein's creature, Shelley Park, and it's all from here. So Shelley and Byron and a few other writers, they decided to get together and start writing horror stories, and Frankenstein's creature came from Shelley, and Shelley is actually buried here in Bournemouth in one of the churches, and I believe her husband's buried here, or his heart's buried here as well. I'm not sure what the story is for that, but if you're a horror nut like me, that might interest you. So you get a lot out of this bike ride, don't you? Point of view ride with the Valkyrie Biker on a beautiful day. Thank you so much for coming along with me today. Yeah, any questions, of course, yeah, just keep popping them into the comments. I'm more than happy to answer what I know and find out what I don't know, which is a lot, I have to say still. And yeah, I'll keep on giving you guys shout outs as well. If there's anything that you need reviewing, if I've got it, then obviously I'll be happy to review it for you guys on a sort of a learner's point of view. As I said before in my last videos, I'm currently using a GoPro Hero 4 Black. I can't afford anything more. One of the subscribers out there, he's got a GoPro 10. I'm very, very jealous, very envious of him, but there's no way I can afford the £300 or £400, wherever it is. Yeah, I've got to save up for DAS first. Right, I don't know if you can see on the horizon, there's some cliff tops there. That's the Isle of Wight, and just at the edge on the right hand side, you see that little white, there's a little white shape that looks like the polar bear, and that's what we call in Bournemouth the Bournemouth polar bear. And my kids know it, and they kept on saying, "Oh, Mummy, where's the polar bear?" And sometimes on a really bright day you can see it, because I don't you can see it very well on just yet, but on a really good day it comes up quite bright. Okay. Oh, that's a nice mural. This used to have a really cool surfing shop place here, but sadly they've gone. And you know, things change. Right, talking about changing, the lights have changed to amber. Here they're going to be stopping. Look, check behind me. Get behind him using the clutch and stop. Cool. Now, these sleeping policemen are quite hard, so I'm going to slow down a little bit and lift my bottom up. That's it. Yeah, it's quite soft. The seats on this. This is the stock seat. The only thing is that I think I need to adjust the shocks on this, because it's not as it can be a bit bumpy, but then like that, but then it's my own fault for going over these potholes or manhole covers or whatever you want to call them, and it can rattle the bottom a little bit. But the bike today is performing very well. It's just this big squidgy thing on top of it that's probably not performing to the 100% specs. Yeah, so I'm heading towards Christchurch again. Hold it there, stop it. Can you see me? Thank you. Look at my mirrors, make sure that she stopped. Yeah, that's one of the things that it's quite scary when a car doesn't see you stopping. And I thought, ooh, is he going to stop? So maybe I should have positioned myself slightly to the right there, I don't know. I like to analyse little aspects of my ride like that, because, you know, did I give them enough warning? Probably not, thinking on it. Maybe I should have slowed down a little bit quicker, or before I came to that zebra crossing. Yeah, make sure that when you get your new highway code. Oh, can't stop because of a car behind me. Oh, he wasn't on behind me, sorry. Yeah, make sure you get your highway code, because the changes are happening, I think April, about cyclists and bikes and all that sort of thing. And it's always to catch up with your highway code. So I do try to read mine every 6 months, not diligently, but you know, if I forget something, I'm looking at the book. But the highway code does get updated, so make sure you always have your updated copy. And of course, try keep remembering your signs, and you know, just road signs really. Now I didn't know, because I don't go to London, and I certainly don't ever want to ride to London, that they have these red lines. Any guys from London, if you're happy to, can you please make a comment on this, because it'd be quite good to know. You guys have got red lines on your left side of your left side of your road, instead of yellow lines. So I'm assuming that car and bike and road users in general treat the red lines as though they're yellow. Yeah, please make a comment for that, because that'd be interesting. And why is it red? Why is it red in London, and it's white everywhere else? All these questions opening up as I'm riding. Again, it must be the fresh air getting to the old grey matter. There's a truck right behind me, he's getting quite close, so I'm going to go slightly to the right, because I want to go straight on. I don't want to go to the left side. I'm just changing all my gears down to first, anticipating a stop. Anticipate a stop. Go. Okay, I'm in the wrong lane. Okay, doesn't matter. So you notice I realised I was in the wrong lane. I wanted to go up that road up there, but then I realised as I did my lifesaver, there was a car to my right. So that's the importance of a lifesaver. Before you make a turn or change your position on the road, check over your shoulder. And that is a prime example of why, because if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't have seen that car, and I would have either had an accident with him, which is my fault, or he would have seen me and gone forward. So yeah, lifesaver is super important. Right, thank you. Yeah, cars, they see bikes, but they don't see bikes. They're expected to see a car. They're programmed as car. And when you drive a car, you're looking out for other car shapes, big square things. And it's not natural, I suppose, for a car driver to look out for bikes. So if we can make ourselves seen as much as possible, then it's helpful for them and certainly helpful for us. Okay, so I'm just going to take you down to another bit of road I've never been to before on the bike. I've travelled it many times by car. Let's see if I remember how to do it. Let's have a look. It's down there, that's it. White car, come on white car, slow down. Thank you, just towards the one behind me. I remember when I first started riding, I was very nervous about going to junctions. I would stop at every single junction, even if there was no cars coming. Now, I'm happier to to keep on looking further and checking speed and everything else. But again, if you're not sure, stop. So give way to oncoming cars or traffic to the right. Let's see, I'm doing 40 miles an hour at the moment. Now I've got my top gear at 5, my 5th gear. I can't really go any faster at the moment. He's speeding up now. There's a slight incline on this hill, so I'm still 40 miles an hour, just creeping up. Right, I'm pulling the throttle back now. Let's see how she goes. So 55 coming up to 60 miles an hour on a hill. No, it's actually not 55, it's 55 miles an hour, sorry. Yeah, that's my top speed at the moment, almost going to 40 miles an hour. So the maximum speed on that hill was 55 miles an hour. Never mind, girl. Now, maybe the reason for that is, well, 125 is a small engine. Also, she's quite heavy. She's about 100 and, I think it's about 135 kilos, something like that. And then obviously a bit more with fuel in it. Right, so checking left and right on my mirrors, slowing it down because there's a 40 limit. That's it. If the car behind me was speeding up, I'll just dab my brake, my front brake, just show I was slowing down. Yeah, for all you guys who've got LPG, this SO station has it, but at the moment there's a shortage, and they look like they've got no LPG still. Next one. There's a lovely eatery of the Cat and Fiddle. Okay. So this is the road I've been driving down loads of times with my car. It's got LPG, hence why I know that petrol station. Never did it with a bike. So we've got Bendy Road coming up, starting from the right. Now, with when you're outdoor in the country like I am, one of the biggest dangers and hazards, especially at twilight and dusk, is deer here. And they just run across the road. If you're lucky, they don't get hit, you don't get hit. But you can imagine the amount of impact on a car is pretty bad and damaging to them, sadly. But on a bike, I don't think there's any positive for either the biker or the bike or the actual animal itself. That speed, even at 40 miles an hour, so I'm always wary. But you can be as wary as you can be, but if the animal decides to run it in front of you within the last second, that's very unfortunate. Okay, so there's a little bit of a crossroad coming up, so I'm going to put myself in the centre, checking speed, left and right, any dangers, carry on. There's the other one. You sneaky little thing there. Lowering down my speed, changing gear down, watch the stuff in the road. Oh, it's a bit of gravel, 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 turn left, 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 left. That's it. Now, maybe I should have done a little bit slower there. What do you think, guys? I don't think my positioning was very good then. I made sure I got out of the gravel, but I don't think my positioning was any good. So I'm going to slow down a little bit more and then turn. Nope, 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 nope. That's it. Push the bike. That's it. Not forgetting, the bike, if you want to go right, you push the bike right. If you want to go left, you push the bike left. What I was doing then was I was trying to turn it with the handlebars. Every day is a learning day. Right, check, check, slow it down, take a little dab on the brake to show that I'm slowing down. Right, thank you very much for coming on board. I really appreciate it. Keep those comments coming in. Please do like and subscribe and share. It really helps me with the confidence to keep on making these motovlogs, and I'll see you soon. Ride safe. Take care for now.